Hello, beautiful people. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing very well. I hope you're doing great today. So let's keep on going with the vitest. I will demonstrate why vitest right now is not right now. It's always important because sometimes you don't completely think through the logic when you're creating function. What that means? It means you do the function, you creating checks for the errors, you creating some checks for this and that, you creating checks for the result and so on. But you can forget some logic, and I believe vitest helps with this. Because, for example, right now, as you can see, I have only one user root ID 4 right now. Let's redo this search. So for sure it can be seen that I have only one. Let's do it again. So only one root user I have right now. So we're going to close it right now, comment it out, and let's look at the test. So I have a test here. Right now it skips. We don't want skipping. We want to just describe and that describe too. But what the test saying to us? We're going to create a user which has this email and this password. And the user who is going to be creating this user will be with the ID 1. But we don't have right now ID 1 here. It's ID 4 only user. So let's see what happens right now. Let's do even more. Let's do role, not just user, but the role is going to be admin. No, let's do even worse. Root. Uh-oh. Root. Root here. And actually, let's do even worse. Let's do instead of pending here, we're going to do not even active. We're going to create root user who is banned and see what happens. Root user cannot be banned. Root user can be only one. And actually, I did this checks on on where is that? History repository, no. User repository here. And when I when I do create root user in this method, I validate this and this, but I also validate, where is that? Where is that? Get connection, begin transaction, validate, password. No, I remember for sure. I was checking if it is the only one root user. Так. Result set header. Again, insert. That's oh my god. Decrypting. Yes, it's right here. So I was finding users whose role is root. And so if I find these users more than one, I mean more than 0, then I throw the error. I do remember that I did it. Okay, but in this function, not create user, but create user only, I don't check it. So the worst situation right now happening is the user who does not exist even in our database, and who is certainly not he or she is nobody. In our database we only have one root user, and whose role is nothing, can create root user and can create root user who is banned. And so let's check it. And by the way, I also don't have a check for the, I think I do have. Okay, I need to check it. Okay, so yeah, I do have check for the unique email in a database. If we look it up in a database, users, columns, email. Well, it's unique, okay? Just trust me. Okay, so let's try to test this thing and see what happens. So let's check it. Okay, wish me good luck. I mean, what happened? Okay, yeah, we're not in there. Okay, I didn't check this thing. cd into the project back, and then now we can CLS this thing, and then we going to do project npm run test run. Okay, wish me luck. Okay, it failed. Why it's failed? Create can be null. Okay, so I don't have created add here, so that's another illogical error. So we're going to do what? We're going to go, that's why it's important, these tests are important. We're going to go to user types, not types, user repositories. And now, where is that? Do I need to, yes, I do have validate user email, validate user password. We have this here. Okay. Before proceeding with this query, execution of the query, we're going to create new date now, and that's let us now interesting thing too, that's supposed to work in the database too. Now it's supposed to work. Wait a second. Why it doesn't work in the database? Okay, let's do it this way anyway. We're going to do question mark here. Question mark here. And we're going to get two more created it, updated it, accept. No. Okay, that doesn't matter. I will check on behind the scenes. I will check because right now I'm confused. This query should work, but somehow it didn't work, which is interesting. What's that? So I can create a tab, update a tab. Just a second. Did I do this here? History repository, login, insert. Let's check it out. I don't see it here. Insert. I see created add, updated add. I see created here add, updated add. And so we need to pass through this thing. Yeah, I see. Wait a second. Create user. It's not log. It's not create log. So it was error in create user. I would understand if I don't pass create it and update it into login insert. Log insert, I mean. I understand that mistake. I mean error. Here they are, created, updated it. Okay. And then we're going to pass. Sorry, it takes time, but I will do thing. So you can see how we're fixing with the test things right before it becomes a problem. So insert number, connection, insert, connection, email. So I need to pass here. Oops. Created it, updated it. We accept that. Now we're going to pass this time. Okay, we are going to pass this time and see right now if it will fail. Let's do it again. Okay, fail again. Where do we fail? Error creating user. Can not add or update a child foreign key constraint. Constraint fails. Error creating user. I think that's my guard worked out somewhere. Let me check. Okay, unintentionally, it seems that the foreign key restraint worked out, and it doesn't allow create a user from unknown user, from the user who does not exist. But that is unintentional. I need to check before this. I need to check if the user exists. So let's try to do a little different one. Right now I'll give it ID 4 for the root user. ID 4 here. Okay, and we see if that restraint will work out, or I will be able to create another root user. By the way, I think that I will be doing that root user can create another user. I mean, another root user. That's what I'm going to do. So hierarchy will be so that root user can create another root user. It's like if we pass in the website to another person, we need to create that person to be a root user. So that's idea behind it. Okay, let's check it again. Right now we will have restraint key 4 for foreign. It will exist. Let's see if it gives us a trouble in the select row. Let's check it out what we have here in the history right now. In the history we only have one row, one record when we created root user right now. So let's go back to user. Let's go back to user. Okay. And let's run this one. ls pm run test run. Yes. We're going to run only one test. Yes, so it passed by. But it's existing user. Let's look it up. Oh, come on. What the, why, what is, yeah. I commented out. Got confused for a second. Okay, now we have two root users. Which one of them is banned? And that's logical error. We can't create user which immediately will be banned. We can create user which can be what is condition can be. We create a user who is will be pending always. Can be other conditions. Then we need to activate it. And then once it's active, we can ban it, we can delete it, or we can suspend it. So we need to create logic here. Can we can't move it back to pending because pending is when just person applied for the website. So banned, what else logical? Hierarchy, I don't have hierarchy here. I have unintentional foreign key restraint for the creating user by unknown user. That's good, but it's not proper. I need to have proper check on creating user. And so what else? Oh, by the way, if I have check for email and password, I will not be able to create user with empty password and empty email or on email. And all of these checks I'm going to implement. I'm going to show it and we're going to test it very fast, okay? So I'm going to set it on pause here, so you don't need to wait for me printing out the things here. But you see, it's kind of important to have tests because it can be forgotten, like can be missed, these logical errors. And logical errors are most difficult errors to fix later on the road. It's better they fixed right away, then it will be all database screwed up with some unintentional behavior. Okay, I'll see you in a second. Okay, so had to adjust couple things. Change it, created it, and updated it a little bit different to IO strings. Then I created a couple of helper functions. First of all, in validating user email, I added check for user by his email or her email. And if I find this user already been greater than 0, I throw error that he or she already exists with this email. So we're going to throw error. Hierarchy check. I needed to also needed to pull connection here. Also connection here. User data, which can be on update or on create user. When we're creating, we have new user data type. When we are updating, we're using a user data type. Active user ID, who is doing changes, and what kind of action he or she does. Return boolean if it's true. Then we check if there is no user data we found. We switch to the typical default user type. Then we do query for the user who has been doing this changes, because we need to find his or her data. For sure, I'm going for role because that's what I only need from this query. Then I did create hierarchy here, so it will be easier to restrict users. So there will be 4 for root, 3 for admin, 2 for moderator, and 1 for user. So then we check if we have roles. If we don't, either ones we don't have roles, we throw error. If we have hierarchy of either user is undefined, because we are going through this object, and constant hierarchy, so we can't add here any keys, and constant as constant, we cannot change any keys. So it's like completely protected one. So if we don't find from user who has been created or updated, if we don't find this one, or if we don't find from the user who is doing the changes. No, I mean, this one is doing the changes, this one is being updated or being created. Then if we don't find them, we throw the error. If we if our actions is insert or delete, then we, if user who is doing these operations is more important than the user who he is creating or deleting, inserting or deleting, then we're going to throw error. If he's not as important as, and we don't have here equal, and that's only for the inserting or deleting. And if the if we have update operation, then we have two scenarios when the person is creating a different user on out of his level, then we throw the error. Or if he's changing on the same level, the same role, but different user, then we throw the error. And so then we have check user status on create. We need to change the status, so it will be pending for sure. If it's not pending, then we throw error. And so if we look here, that's validation email, that's validate password, that's validate hierarchy, and that's validate status. All for functions or methods. So that's how it's done. And so now we're going to move for create user tests. I can get to it. It's just I have to do lots of checks and hierarchy and everything. It's kind of frustrating, but now we get into it. Okay. So let's try it. I kind of ready for any nasty surprises. I'm ready that it will not pass by. I still leave root here for creating person, and actually let's do this, let's do mistake here. Well, no, I'm expecting to be created here, so so let's leave it here. Test, let's do this root example, and that's password. We have ID 8 now. Now simple count. So let's I'm kind of curious. Root here, help us, where's so when we create, So when we insert, it must be, so it won't go through. It won't go through. Only when we update. I wonder. So right now we have only able to create one one root user. Or more precisely to say that we cannot create any root user right now. But that's fine with me because we have special method which will be able to create root user another one. So that's fine with me. Maximum, the highest we can right now create admins, as many as we want. Moderators and user we are unable to create root. So knowing that, or remembering it from the code, we go to user tests and we create not root but admin, because it must be passing through. Now pending is right. Test admin. Test admin. And let's wish me luck. We don't skip it. We don't skip it. We don't skip it this either. Okay. So let's see if it will bounce it back. Okay, seems we created successfully. We passed all tests comfortably. Well, uncomfortably for me, but kind of comfortably for the program. Let's try to renew our data in the table. Yes. Let's clean this up. And let's do that. Created at timestamp not null. You have an error in your SQL syntax. Check the manual for the correspondence to your MySQL server. Maybe it is, let's clear it again. Maybe it is, no. Okay, what's going on here? Report. Okay. So user repository, created that, updated that. Wait a second, it's create user, right? Created it, updated it, new date. What is going on? Okay, I think I know what is that. I need to do here, because this is also it's new date here, but it returns a string. So if I do this, see it's trying to set here string. But in the database, we're waiting not for the string, we're waiting for the date, actual date. So here, like I already did here, I already did set it up here, new date, new date. And so I need to do for database the same stuff. It can be string. It should be it should be it should be a date. So instead of this thing here, I'm going to do new date, new date, and do it this way. Yeah, new date. Okay, now and let's see if it will be upset with about what's going on, like it did here. Well, we at least we passed this test. Let's do it again. Is our database screwed up? That's a question right now. Okay, let's see. Changes history. Let's see what if we can do that. Yes, you see we insert admin. It's good because I didn't forget to change here, but here it got stuck. It got stuck. But can we look it up? So let's do this back and let's do select from users. Yes. Timestamp data. So created at it's created. It's created. What is that? Created at timestamp not null. You have an error in your SQL syntax. Check the manual that corresponds to your MySQL server. To use created at timestamp not null at line 1. But it's created. Okay, let's do create one more admin. It's so strange. Okay, it's created and it's not null. It's not null and here and here. I created it, updated it, it's all good. Let's see if we again got stuck on this error. So let's go to test. Let's do admin 1 and test run. All passed good. I forgot to clean it up. but I don't see any faults right now. Let's try to select again from all users. Now we should have 3 users right now: 2 admins, 1 root. 2 admins, 1 root. Pending test admin. There is a salt. It's all good. So I don't, and let's look. I don't understand what is going on with that error, but I most likely fixed it. That's 3 when we did root, when we did admin, and when we did admin. It's all good. Okay, so it works. So it works as expected. So now I will do couple of tests when it should bounce me back. I'll make a pause. See you in a second. So that's so far I came up with the cases for creating user. We test this one. We didn't test this one yet. So I'll go lower and I'll skip for right now next ones. There are probably more cases than that, but that's so far I come up with. We don't need to be here too much thought of because it's just for the video. I will test it on my own too. Skip. Okay, that we already tested already this one. So what cases I end up with? So should not create a user. I forgot to should not create a user. No, should create a user. Oh my goodness, I don't know how to read now. Should fail to create a user with existing email. So email already existing. That's test admin 1 example.com. That's, where is that? Test admin 1. Here's the one example.com. And then how we tested that. First of all, the error should be there, contain. Error must be instance of error. And the second of all, we're expecting count to be is the same as the first count. So let's see if it will go through. Yes, we passed all exams. Not exams, but all this case, we passed this case. So it doesn't create with it bounced back, but I don't understand why it didn't return second count 3, and it's 3. Yeah, so it's all good. Let's check the database. Let's check database. And it's the same counting. It's also 2 admins. Is it history I'm in? I'm in change history, my goodness. Users, we need users. But we still need, we should have 3 users too. And by the way, it's a good sign that we don't have any extra history row. So that's good. And so there's our 2 admins and 1 root user. So let's go further. So we can skip this one. Now let's open another one. So this case cannot create user with invalid map email. So let's see how it goes right now. And you can oh, by the way, let's do this like one blanket test. Another test should be can create a user with too short password. That was invalid password. I mean email. Invalid mail. That's too short password. Password is short. So we open this too. And we will see if it fails anywhere. Can create a user with too long password. That's a password which should be too long. We open this too. And it's always I'm doing second count, I'm doing first count. They expect it to be the same, so not added row expected. So that one case can create user with the status other than pending. So if it give status active, it shouldn't be able to create user. Open it. And this shouldn't, let me remove this one so it won't be red. Shouldn't be able to create user with the role higher than the creator's role. So we are creating role root, and we are create user and that 8 ID. So the root user, but let's actually test with ID 9. With ID 9. And that's better case would be okay. So admin cannot create root. Okay, so let's test it and see if it fails anywhere. Okay, one fails somewhere. Okay, so we are failing on message. Let's see. Expected can create a user with a higher role than the creator's role. We expecting that one. We expecting error creating user. You do not have permission to perform this section. Current role root. Your role admin. So we're trying to create root. But trying to create from admin. Let's copy this message. It's the same messages, but it's the same messages. It's just phrasing here is different. Oh, come on. I see, I see. Control C. Can create a user, can create a user. So it was last one. Okay, so good. It's just different different messaging. We didn't expect exact message, but now it will be exact message. It should be good. Let's run it again. 4 failed. That's not good. It's always the current status provided is active. Okay, so again message is wrong. The meaning of it is the same, it's just the wording is different. So I can do this with the with the light heart. Set like this. Okay, is active. What else? Okay, there's something different. Can create a user with too long password. Assertion error expected 4 to be 3. Received. We got 3, but we got 4. We added some users. Come on, show it to me. Yeah, we now have. Why? It should fail. Come on. What the heck is going on? Somewhere the test fail. Okay, where it failed. Error creating user error password must be. So we expected password must be at least 8 characters long, but got different message. Yeah, you see, it's better to. What happened? Express CMD terminal with exit code 1. Interesting. Okay, let's go for new terminal. That was strange. That was weird. cd and then into the project back. Okay, let's we see that we have error. Let's skip. Yeah, by one it still is more comfortable because you know exactly where's error. Well, we know also where's error, but still more comfortable to use it. We had 4 tests here, I think. No more. What the heck? Skip. It skip. Okay, let's test this one. So it's invalid mail here should be. And count must be invalid count format. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. So let's test this one case. Can create user with invalid mail. So what's going on with this? Past. So do we create new user? Another admin? Let's check it. Let's clear it. Okay. Let's just grab it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a 4. We don't create any extra users. That's already good. So 4 users. 3 admins now will be. So that's that we passed through. I bet it's I did something wrong with the password. That's too short also should working. Okay, let's skip this one. Skip this one. Now open the next one. Yeah, I bet this one repeat 256 times. 256 times that one. That was mistake. Okay. I don't know why. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so let's go for too short password now. Let's test it. Fail. To contain password must be okay. So we have different message between okay. So let's copy this message. The meaning of this is actually expected is better. Expected is better message. Wait a second. Repository. What do I what message did I have here? Create. It's not, it's user helpers. So to validate email. If it's greater, no, wait a second. Wait a second. I didn't use too short. Wait a second, just a second, I'll be back in a second. No, everything is right. Everything is right. I am testing for email to be greater than 255 characters, so people don't use some enormous naming for the email. But what we're waiting right now for, with testing password, validation of the password, which must be greater than 8 and less than 255. If they are, then we are going to throw the new error, which looks like this. Why we expecting? I was phrasing it wrong. I need to expect this message. Characters long, password error creating. Yeah, we need to expect this message, not the other one. Okay. All life live, all life study. Repository, we're going to user tests, we're going to here change this here, Control V. Now we should pass the check. What you don't like? I see, I see. Don't like I set extra quote mark. What you want? Okay, so let's go for it for the test right now. Okay, we passed the test. We didn't create any users. Check in the database. Still 1, 2, 3, 4 users. So it's all good. We can skip this one. Then go for open this next case. Why? What is doing it? Password. It wants me to go here. Control C. Wait a second. We'll look into repository again. What's our message? Helpers again. It's either, it doesn't matter which case is that, we're using one phrasing, so yeah, it's not so easy as we would like to be. I mean, it's easy, but sometimes you can get confused a little. Okay, so now we should pass the test here. Okay, run test. No, still not to contain error. Again. What we're testing here for? I'm frustrated. I'm getting frustrated. I can create a user with too long password. That was too short password. Yes, too long password, too short password. Password must be between expected. Email already exists. Why? What? No, I think it's mixed up something here. Skip. test3. I already have the test3 example. Yes, so it triggered another one. Choose. It triggered another test. Okay. So again, try test it again. So we pass this test now because we already had this guy with the test admin 3 email. We can create it, triggered another catch case. So that's good. Skip. Now this one skip with status other than pending. So now we're creating the test admin. My goodness, 4 5 now, but it will be with role active. Creating active. We open it. That might be different message. We'll see. Okay, test run test. No, it's all good. It passed the test, so it's all good. Let's check our database again, just for any case. We still have 4. We didn't catch any catch case. That's going to be skip. Okay, so we now should not be able to create user with role higher than the creator's role. And think we passed this test before. Okay, let's test it. And we're all good. Message is the same, contain the same, you don't have permission, and the count is the same, so it's all good. So that's how we tested out create function. And that's generally how we do test all functions. Let's see. So we tested created user. Before we tested what we tested else. We tested get user by ID. We tested. It was all good. Get user by ID. Oh my goodness. Okay, we tested find users. Why doesn't what? Skip find users. We tested it. We tested get all users. What the heck? We tested update user, but update user changed since, so we need to test this one. What the heck? We need to test this one too. Test it. User repository. What we tested here? We tested history repository. What? Get simple count. We tested agent history. By the way, if we look at the history right now, it should be 4. Also for counts for rows, but later on we will not be able to count it automatically, so we will be relying on the test. We will be relying on the where's the count? on like this user count, on history count, and then create. I didn't do this here. Okay, I didn't do this here, but we will need to count on like this first count and matching it with the second count after operation. So because when the table of users will be big, like at least like 10 users, will not be able, it would be too uncomfortable to count. Let's very quickly to look it up for history changes. There should be four also for records. Here we go. That's a history. How do I know it's history? Because we have change ID here instead of ID, simple ID. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 changes. We added root, we added admin, we added admin. So we're all good. I will stop here for right now. I will do all tests for users on my own because the general idea is understandable. If I meet some unusual case, I will do video about it, some short video about it. But so far its idea is understandable, and so I just do all tests on my own. Maybe I will not do them. Well, I kind of I have to because we want our backend works without any bugs. So I'll do it on my own. Okay, I'll see you next time. Have a good day. Subscribe. I don't know, submit if you have something to submit. But subscribe, like, dislike, tell me how you hate it or how you like it. Ask me questions if you have some, why, because, and how. Okay, I'll see you next time. Thank you, guys.